Hello everyone, welcome back to the shop. Today in the forge I'm going to take and show you how to take and make a leaf. This video is going to be in support of an upcoming video on how to make a rose. So be sure to check that out when I release that one. I'll put a link in the reel of the credits of this video. It's kind of one of the essential steps for making a rose is to be able to make some leaves. So today I want to show you one leaf made out of a 3/8 inch rod and just kind of go over just a real basic leaf form. Won't take a lot of your time, but this way you can get a good grasp of the process here. And then later videos I'll show you how to take and elaborate on it. So stick around and we'll get started. Alright, the first process in making this leaf is we're going to create a short blunt taper on this piece here. We're going to lift the parent bar stock off the end of the anvil a little bit, and then we're going to do about double that on the pitch of our hammer. And as you can see, that starts forming a one-sided taper. We're going to turn it 90 degrees or a quarter turn and dry that material down again. And just repeat the process. Back 90 degrees, back 90 degrees, back 90 degrees. Now this is a lot colder because I'm talking here, but you can see how that's working out. So I'll get another heat on this and finish this out, but this is the first step of making a leaf. We'll get that short little blunt taper. The longer you make the taper, the longer you make this taper, the longer your leaf will be. The shorter you make this taper, the shorter or smaller your leaf will be. So just keep that in mind when you're drawing this out. If you want a longer taper, reduce the angle of the parent bar and reduce the angle of the hammer to match. So next step, I'll go ahead and finish this off, and then we're going to isolate this material from the parent bar to create our leaf bud. Alrighty, second part, we're going to isolate this material now, neck down behind this original taper. I'm using full face hammer blows and just driving straight down on the horn of the anvil to stretch out this stem. You can see how quickly that works. Sure I'm in view here. There you go. Yeah, so you can see how quickly that works to isolate that material. A lot of methods will call for you to go to the edge of the anvil and isolate this material down. I like using the horn because it doesn't leave you any sharp corners on this leaf bud. And I believe when you make the leaf it looks a little more flowing. If you go to the edge here, you're left with a back, like a real shoulder, a sharp shoulder. And that sharp shoulder you have to dress out before you form the leaf. If you don't, it could turn into a cold shut and then your leaf may break off at a later date. So the next step, we've got this drawn down square. We will go ahead and round this up in here. Round up our little stem area in here, and then we will go to spreading the leaf. Here we go. So I'm going to turn it up on the diagonal and knock off my square corners first. Some people would call this turning it into an octagon. You can call it whatever you will. And then we're just going to round this section off. When I make my leaves or make stems for my leaves, I don't focus too much on getting them perfectly round. You know, I want them to look kind of stemmy, look kind of natural, like as if they were a twig or like they grew out of that. Let me see here. I think I'm still in the shot. Yeah, that's still in the shot there. As you can see, we round that off. And look how nicely that necks that off now. As you can tell, we definitely got a leaf bud. So now the next step is we will actually take and do the spreading of the leaf. So I'll readjust the camera and we'll go from here. Alrighty, to spread the sleeve, we're going to come right here to the far side of the anvil. We can go back to the near side of the anvil, closest to you, whichever one you feel more comfortable. Just for the camera purposes, I'm going to the far side. To spread this leaf, you want to make sure you have a very high heat on the leaf. And we're going to take and hit it, not on the flats that we originally created, but up on the diagonals. We're going to come straight down with our hammer blows at first. And you see how pleasing that leaf shape is already. So, you can see how quickly that happened. So now, we are going to hit to either side. I'm going to take another heat to show this, but I'll show you right now on the camera. Hopefully this is picking up, not getting too faded out by the hammer. We are going to use the toe of the hammer with flat face hammer blows to pull out this material, and we're going to come straight down on it and hit with the heel of the hammer to pull out this material to either side of our center line of our leaf. We are trying to avoid hitting this tip. You want to leave that tip. You don't want it to get really nice and flat and get spread out amongst with everything else. So we're going to be focusing to either side of the center line of the leaf here. And you'll see the effect of that after we get done. It will leave a ridge that runs down the center that's quite pleasing. So if you're just doing a regular natural leaf without any veining, that's perfect for that. If you're using a chisel to put in veining at a later date, like you'll see in the rose video, it gives you a nice striped line that you can follow with your chisel then. And it just gives you a good reference point. And it lets you know that you've evenly spread the material to both sides of the leaf. So it's multi-process and purpose. So we're almost done. Let me show you what it looks like for that finished bit. And we'll be there. Alright, here we go. We're going to start with the toe of the hammer, hitting just to the center line, pulling off the right hand side. And then we're going to use the heel of the hammer to pull out the left hand side. As you can see, I got a little wonky there on this end here. Just hit it a little too hard and pulled out a little too much material up there. That's okay for demonstration purposes. This will work. I'm spending more time talking than I am thinking about it. But as you can see, that line there is developing down the center. That's what you want. So we'll work out towards the tip to develop that line a little further. Try not to ding up your anvil when you're doing this. Only hit the material in which you're wanting to work using the heel and toe of your hammer, and you develop that line then. Now that can be wire brushed up, it can be brass brushed, that'll look real pleasing. But essentially that's how you make a basic, very basic leaf. This can be elaborated on multiple different ways. You can leave it thicker, you can leave it thinner, you can make it longer, you can make it shorter, make it out of all sorts of different styles of and sizes of stock. What I would do after this is I would just go ahead and cut this off on a Hardy, and then I would cut it off and then go on to my next leaf, so on and so forth, if I had a big project like the rose or something like that. So the next clip, I'll go ahead and show you a leaf in real time. I'm not going to explain anything. I'm just going to let you watch me work so you can see about roughly how long it actually really should take to make one leaf, once you get good at them, of course. And hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I appreciate all the support and the comments that you did, that you guys have been giving me over the past few days and weeks. Hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And we'll catch you on the next one. God bless.